What's up, guys? Welcome back to another cooking with Shake video. This is our second one, and I was having trouble trying to figure out what I wanted to make for this week, and then I was like, you know what? I haven't had goulash in a while. I feel like I should make some goulash, so we're gonna make some goulash. If you don't know what goulash is, it's like a soup. It's like, I like to think of it as a hamburger helper on steroids, but way more than that. And we have my helper here today. High five. He just woke up from a nap. And he's eating, what is that? Peanut butter? Can you say hi?
Hi.
Alright, see you later. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go make. We're gonna go ahead and make some goulash. Goulash is pretty good. It's a pretty good hearty meal. If I do say so myself. We are missing one ingredient though, but this ingredient, it's basically just seasoning. You just add seasoning to it. It's adobo seasoning. You can buy it at the store. You can make it yourself. I'm just gonna skip it because I couldn't find any, and we don't have any here. And yeah. So anyways, let's show you guys what we got. All right, so here we go. We got the beef. You gotta get the beef. You gotta get some broth, some beef broth, some mozzarella cheese. It asked for sharp cheddar cheese again, but I had this big old bag of already shredded cheddar jack. Wow, that's a mouthful. Anyways, it asked for sharp cheddar, but you can go ahead and use this. It's all right. It's cheese. It's gonna, you know, it all goes in the same way it comes out the other way. And then we got yellow onion. We gotta get 2 cans of tomato sauce and 2 cans of diced tomatoes. I would have just done it myself, but I was like, whatever. We'll just do it like that. We gotta get some olive oil too. This is extra olive oil, or extra virgin olive oil. Some small double macaroni. You can use whatever size you want. This time I got small. And then we got some pepper, some salt, minced garlic. Oops. Whatever. Add some Italian seasoning and some bay leaves. Of course, I'm gonna leave everything you need down below. There should be a link in the description showing where I got the recipe from. It's gonna link you straight to the website where I got the recipe from, and that link should also tell you everything you need, all the ingredients, how to do it step by step, things like that. But you know, I'm just showing you guys the process that I go through. It's not so hard. I made it before. It came out really great. I made way too much last time. I had to use 2 pots. That was my bad. But now I'm gonna try to do it better this time. So let's go ahead and get started. And yeah. Okay, so this is what we need right now. We need a cutting board. We need a yellow onion and a knife, which I have right here. Before we get into that, you're also gonna need a big ass pan. I guess, right? There's a pan? I don't know. I was about to use that and I remembered not to do that. We're gonna do that. Originally, first step is to first step is to cook the meat. But before I move on to the meat, before I do the meat, I wanna cut the onion first. And once I'm halfway cutting the onion, we're gonna go ahead and then cook the meat. So the first instruction is, you know, cook the meat, then start adding garlic, onion, things like that. But for right now, let's go ahead and cut the onion. So let's cut the onion and then we'll move on to getting the meat ready. So there's that. Okay, onion's cut. Just like some of it still looks big, but once you move it around, it'll start breaking up. I mean, hey, also I love onion, so I don't mind if I get some big pieces and stuff. So we cut the onion. So now next step is to cook the meat. So let's go ahead and put this on about medium high. Let that warm up for a bit. We're gonna come back to that. I should have turned that on as I was cooking the onion. A little piece of the onion skin got in there, so my eyes are a little messed up right now from cutting the onion. But I feel like this is plenty of. Oops! I don't know why the hell I threw that. I feel like this is plenty of onion. I was gonna use the whole one. Instead, I used about 3/4 of it. I put the rest in the fridge. But yeah, this should be pretty good. So let's go ahead and for that to warm up, and we'll move on to the next step. Hey, high five. What do you mean? Listen, man. High five. High five. High five. Oh, you're so mean. You're so mean. You're so mean. Okay, we're on to the next step. We're gonna saute the meat. This, I think, is about 2 pounds. It asked for 2 pounds of meat. I'm thinking this might be like 1.5 pounds or something like that. I don't know. I might have added too much meat, but you know, nothing wrong with a little extra meat. So, or beef, I guess, whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and let it cook up for a bit until it's like halfway. Then we're gonna remove this, move it to the side for a little bit. We're gonna add the onions and the broth and the water and stuff like that, get it all nice and mixed, and cook it like even more. But for right now, we're just gonna let it, you know, do its thing. So it asked for diced onions. I can't dice onions to save my life, so that's where that's at. Just wanted to throw that in there. This is what you get from me. I'm not a professional. Last video you saw that. This video it's just continuing, but anyways, so we're doing that. Let's check on the meat. I just wanted to check on the meat real quick, or the beef, whatever. It's kind of cooking. I'm just covering it for right now. Just trying to let it, you know, brown up a bit. Hey. It's all like smudged. But yeah, so also, you know, we're gonna have to get a tablespoon because it's gonna ask for like some minced garlic and, you know, things like that. One other quick thing we got to do too is we got to rinse the tops because, you know, it's dirty. That thing falls in or slightly in, it's just, you know, gross. I think. I don't know, my mom always told me that, that's what I'm gonna do. And then we also have these over here, we should still rinse them nonetheless. Just because, you know, germs. Also, we gotta get the olive oil ready. Man, I'm already hungry. It's barely 4:13 and I'm ready to go, dog. Update time. Let's see how the meat's cooking. Oh yeah, man, look at that. It's starting to brown. Mix it up a little bit. It's almost done. We gotta make sure it's not fully cooked, you know what I mean? Just somewhat cooked. So I think it's doing pretty good so far. We're gonna give it another few minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and start adding. I'm making a video over here, dude. What's wrong with you, man? Anyways, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, moving on to the next step. So we're gonna go ahead and lower the heat to medium. As you can see, it's still somewhat cooked. I know the instructions say to remove it from the heat, but then it says to add the things to it once it's fully cooked. But as you can see, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be a rebel and I'm gonna add the ingredients to it. So we're gonna go ahead and add the onions. Hey, look at that. Bam. Stir it up a bit. One third olive oil. And then three teaspoons of, or not teaspoons, tablespoons of minced garlic, as you can see right here. Bam. I decided to say screw it and just start cooking like that. Just bam, just start mixing it up a bit. Alright, we're gonna leave it like that for a little bit. We're gonna let it cook and move on. So it's practically cooked now. So here comes the next step, which involves adding the tomato sauce. We're just gonna use 1 can for now. Don't want to make too much. So we're gonna go ahead and add the tomato sauce in here. Bam. And then we're also gonna add a can of diced tomatoes. Yeah. I'm not big on tomatoes, but it tastes good like that. And then it also asks for a ½ cup of broth. And then we're gonna add water next too. So let's go ahead and add some water. Done goofed. I didn't add too much water. I added about 1.5 cups, but it was still already pretty high. But now is the fun part. Now we get to add some seasoning to it, and you know, let it simmer. So we're gonna go ahead and add some Italian and bay leaves and sea salt grinder and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up, show you guys the next step. We're gonna go ahead and add the Italian seasoning. Get that in there. Bam. Just enough. I'm just eyeballing it. Usually everything I do, we just raw dog it. Sounds good. Raw dog some seasoning in there. Bam. Get some salt in there. This is sea salt. I like sea salt. It asks for seasoned salt. I'm more of a sea salt kind of dude. I know I said normally don't add salt to to my meals, but I like, you know, gives it a little bit of flavor. Let's go ahead and add some black pepper in there too, just to give it the little taste. And then it asked for 3 bay leaves to get that little flavor. I'm making a video. Do you want to fight? 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 Get out of here! Get it out of here! Alright, you also gotta mix that stuff before you add the bay leaves. Forgot to throw that in there. I got distracted because someone decided to mess with me. So, anyways, gonna go ahead, let that simmer for a bit, for about 20 minutes. We're gonna lower the heat and cover it and let it, you know, cook for about 20 minutes. What are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah, I just want to say I think I done goofed because it's a little more watery than I remembered it to be, but that's okay. You live, you learn, right? Nothing's wrong with soup, so there's that. Soup's always good. So at least, you know, that's why I make these videos, because I'm not a professional, or that's why I want to make these videos, or I am making these videos because I'm not a professional. You know, if you're gonna try to do these recipes too, I said, you know, learn from my mistakes. That's why I'm making them, so you can see how I made it and not screw up where I made it. So I think where I messed up was adding the extra water, that, and then the diced tomatoes, because I just realized that the tomatoes I got, they have sauce in it basically. So I should have probably drained some of the sauce from the diced tomatoes, if anything. Oh well, you know, but that's why it's a good thing I only used 1 can each. So there's that. I mean, I don't know, I could be wrong, it could be fine. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. So, I mean, hey, I took a little taste, it tasted pretty good. So it's pretty good goulash, you know, soup goulash. Here comes the next part. We're gonna go ahead and add, oops, drop some. We're gonna add the macaroni. We're using small elbow this time. You know, about half the bag. Yeah, about half the bag. Whoops. And we're just gonna stir that in there. It's gonna cook it. Actually, this is small enough. I don't know what he's complaining about. But this is small enough where we can add a little bit more. And then, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and just cook. I had to go check on them real fast. Sorry about that, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and put the macaroni and let it cook. And then we're gonna cover it. Do that, and then we're gonna put the bay leaves. I forgot to add. Let's take the bay leaves out so that way while it was stirring it wouldn't go under. Bam. And what's wrong, huh? You're like screaming and crying. What's wrong, huh? What's wrong, huh? What's wrong? All right, later. Bye. Just want to add real quick. I ended up using the whole thing of macaroni because it's super small. They're super small, dude. They're crazy small. See? It's perfect. And then what? Just ended up adding the extra macaroni in there since I just realized that a lot of the liquid is going to be absorbed from the macaroni. This video is all over the place today. I'm sorry. Oh well. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. So right now we're just going to let it simmer for about half an hour. And then after that we get to add the cheese. And after we add the cheese, it's practically ready. So it's 4:56. We're gonna check on it like around almost 5:30. I'm gonna keep checking on it constantly though, just to stir it, let it cook and stuff like that. So hopefully it comes out good. Last time it did. This time I'm doubting myself. So we'll see. 5:25. Let's go ahead and check on our food. Whoa. Okay. So I've been checking on it like every 10 minutes or so. And it's been coming along pretty great. I had a little taste test too. The noodles are cooked. See? I thought they weren't. So now's the next step, which is we're gonna remove the bay leaves, add some cheese, just mix it all in there. And this you can add now or later. It's up to you. I usually put a little bit of it now and then save the rest for later. That we can just top it off again. So let's set up and put the cheese on. Also, we gotta get rid of these leaves. All right, let's get rid of these leaves. Throw that in there. Trash. We're gonna wash our hands. And we're gonna go ahead and add some of this cheddar cheese in there. Go ahead and mix about. We gotta use that wooden spoon, you know. Just mix it in there. We're gonna add a little bit more. We're also gonna add a little bit of mozzarella just to throw some flavor in there. Save the rest. We're gonna save the rest for later, of course. Look at that. Looks great. All right, now time for the taste test. Zane, num nums? Let's go. Num nums? How's it taste? Is it cheesy? Is it good? Good? You're eating it. High five? High five? There you go, pound it. Yeah! It's good, I guess. Alright, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Came out pretty good. I tried it. Came out pretty good. Don't know why I doubted myself, but it was pretty good. And the kid seems happy. You know, when the lady comes home, she'll be happy that I made dinner. Yeah. Also, if you made macaroni too, let me know how that came out, or let me know how your goulash came out. The goulash I made came out pretty decent. You know, the more I cook, the better I get. Just with anything, same goes for everybody else. You know, the more you do something, the better you'll get. Wow, this video is all over the place. I can't wait to put it together, and I can't wait to put it together and see how it comes out, because this is gonna be like a crazy, wild video for me to edit. Anyways, see you guys.